A team of engineering design students at Bishop Kelly High School developed what could be a life-changing device, and they won a national contest, bringing home the $3,000 top prize in the National Engineering Design Challenge in Washington, D.C. Kate Franklin and Sam Cosador are students at BK. They join us this morning. Good to have you with us. Thank you so much. Congratulations. This is the device right here, correct? So, Kate, Sam, tell us exactly how you arrived at this writing device to help folks who might have tremors in their hands and need some help stabilizing their hands, correct?
Sure. Well, it started out with our client, Mr. Bill Clark. He's had tremors for about 5 years, and they prevented him from writing. So we started out working with him. We wanted to watch him writing freehand to see what was triggering his tremors. And then what we did was we started out just trying to remove his fingers as far as the grip that they need. And then just through a series of evolution, we went through design after design to see what was more comfortable for him, what was more effective, and this is what we came up with.
Now, it's truly amazing. Why don't we just throw this piece of paper over so folks can get an idea of how it works, Sam, because I just used it to write your names down on a piece of paper, and it was pretty quick for me to adapt to using that. It definitely feels strange at first, but then it works a lot like a mouse.
That was definitely
show
part
us
of
how
the
it
design
works.
process.
Yes,
And that was part of the design process? You wanted it to feel like a computer mouse?
So we discovered that his use of fine motor skills and the motion of his wrist consistently triggered his tremors. So for this device, we wanted to stabilize his wrist and his fingers, as well as minimize his use of wrist motion. So instead of lifting the device, he'd only need to push down on this tab, which would drop the pen to the paper surface, and he can move his entire arm to write, instead of moving just his fingers, which we found.
And so, when we see your pointer finger, it's pushing on this tab right here, and it brings the pen down on the paper. Now, so it was a group of students. How many of you in total?
It's about 8 students.
8 students who worked on it. What was the time length, the length of time that you worked on this?
Several months. We started working with Mr. Clark back in September, and our final competition was just in February, so long
Now,
time.
you said this is just a prototype, so what's the final design going to look like? And show folks also how it folds up and becomes more portable.
We also discovered that in order for the device to be practical, it needed to be portable. So the device has been cut in half, put a hinge down the center and magnets, so it can be folded into half and easily put into one's pocket when the pen holder is removed.
Okay.
And for the final design device, which we gave to Mr. Clark, it's cleaner. There is a knob which can be folded around this way to secure the device when it's in the open position, so it doesn't fold in half while you're trying to use it. And in addition, the pen holder is of a better quality.
Okay. That is just amazing, the simplicity of it, and it's the first time that it's ever been developed, so congratulations. Now, you won the $3,000 top prize for overall design, but there were several other categories you won in as well.
Yes, we also won the best presentation because at the national competition we had to have a 15-minute presentation before a panel of judges where we explained our design process, we explained how we built it, and we explained what effect it's had on our client. And so we won the best presentation for that. We also won Best Universal Design Principles. Those are just principles of design that you try to incorporate into technology for people with disabilities. So that was our other award. And what was our final one?
And Best Use of Rehabilitation Technology. So they like the simplicity of the device, as well as this device, we try to make it more universal it can be used by both left-handed and right-handed users. For example, this pen holder can be detached and put on on the other side, so it can be used by someone with the left hand.
Brilliant. Now, you mentioned the impact it had on your client's life. What was that impact?
Well, it's a pretty significant impact. He couldn't sign his own name at the point when we started working with him, and that was his goal for us. He wanted to be able to sign his name, but he can do so much more than that. He can write full sentences, he can write for extended periods of time. So for a businessman, it's a pretty significant impact. It's something that he can use in the workplace, he can use it at home, and he's not dependent on his memory or on a computer to write.
All right. Kate and Sam, Bishop Kelly, congratulations to you and your team members.
Thank you.
That is an incredible invention. We're happy to be able to show the folks at home how it works. Thank you both so much. Congratulations. And when business at its best returns, we identify a challenge keeping a couple business owners up at night. Then we find that solution next on Business at its Best.